Hello everyone, welcome back. We're only 2 days away from Christmas, so we've got the little festive vibe going. And because the year 2024 is also almost coming to an end already, I want to take some time to reflect on my year art-wise. For me, lots of things have changed this year. I mean, my career took a complete 180. My priorities and my needs have also changed. I've been doing a lot more content for social media to advertise my business. Nudge nudge, if you're interested, go check it out. And so for this video, I wanted to share some of my favorites of this year. That includes my favorite books, my favorite music, and my favorite art supplies. I feel like those are more relevant to the type of content that I make. And then I'm gonna take some time to showcase a few artists that I think you should know about. Frankly, this year I feel like I have not made enough time for reading. I do, however, have a few titles that have inspired me this year and that I want to share with you guys. So the first one is a children's book. It's called Intangu. So of course, I'm not the target audience for this. I bought it for the art. In fact, I used to work with the illustrator of this book. Her name is Kiara Thompson, and the writer of the book is Annika Tirolier. I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce that with an English accent. So I originally bought this book to support my colleague, but I do still recommend it if you read French, because it's only in French, because the illustrations are very pretty and the story is really heartwarming. Now, I don't want to spoil too much, but I love the progression throughout the story of the main character. I think it's very touching, and I think it can be a great way to introduce your child to empathy and the struggles of certain minorities. This next one's an odd one. I think this translates to gluttonous pleasures. It's essentially a collection of images of Quebec throughout history. Each book in the series has its own theme, and this one is about food. I bought it because I wanted a book that had a lot of nice reference images, and this one is pretty complete. It has a lot of people, it has a lot of props, and interesting scenes that are very fun to draw. I feel like this section is the one that most people are going to be interested in. My top favorite art supply this year is hands down the Royal Talons Arts Creation Sketchbook. Best sketchbook I've ever tried. I made a whole video about it, so I won't bore you with the details, but just know that I highly recommend it. Next is my ceramics palette, and you'll have to excuse me, it's very dirty. I still have to clean it from the last time I used it, but I'll put a picture up on screen of what it looks like when it's cleaned. I painted this one myself, and this is honestly the only reason why it's on the list. I think it looks cute. It's not the best quality. I made it during my best friend's birthday. We went to Ceramics Cafe, which is a place where you paint on a piece of ceramics and then you leave it to them to glaze it and fire it, and then you go back to pick it up. The glazing job is honestly not the best, but probably better than I would have done myself. But like I said, I'm happy with how it turned out, and now I know why people say that ceramic palettes are good. And then finally, we have the Decadent Pie watercolor palette, an old favorite of mine. It's not new at all. I've had it for a couple of years. It's from the brand Prima Marketings, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about this brand. It just doesn't really sound like an art supplies brand. But even though this palette is only available on Amazon and it's really cheap, it's a very good watercolor palette in my honest and true opinion. The pigment is really good. I love that all of their palettes have curated colors. They all follow a theme. This one is pie themed, and then each of the colors have a pie themed name. You have peach cobbler, pumpkin, key lime, blueberry. I think it's really fun. It's also pretty compact, and it has space where you can mix the colors, so I like traveling with it. Next one might sound a little bit random, but a few years ago I started making my own earrings. And now it's part of my business, basically. So I'm about to reveal to you all what my secret has been all along. It's model magic clay. I mean, why not? It's so much lighter than polymer clay, which I personally find a lot more comfortable to wear. I don't like big earrings that are pulling on my ears, but I find that it's pretty easy to work with. It's easy to find, cheap, it dries quickly, and you can paint it any color you want. Anything you make that have thinner elements might end up breaking. I made some geese earrings, of which the neck ended up snapping eventually because it's so fragile. But as long as you make some thicker designs, it holds up pretty well. Now, small disclaimer, I won't be able to show all the artists that I would like to talk about. I decided to focus on either artists who I've bought art from this year or who I've discovered this year. So I'll start with the new ones. First, the sticker book from Honey Sips. It's another object that I'm absolutely obsessed with. It's so practical to store all my single stickers. I was so surprised at how many people were designing sticker books this year. I feel like I haven't seen this in previous years, but I think it's such a good idea. And then in this sticker book, I'm storing a few of my favorite stickers. So there's this one from Dead as a Dough. It's a Lola's Pet Shop, and I have another one from the same artist already on my sketchbook. This one's from Slug Train, who, believe it or not, I've discovered this year at an anime convention. I would say this is such a different style from what you typically see at anime conventions. And then from this artist, I've also bought a print and this sticker sheet. Then these are from Me Brew. I love their Mean Cat stickers. I thought the way that they stylized them was so fun. I also really like the texture of this one. It's like satiny, but it also has these shiny details. And then we have Fish and Bacon, whom I got these two sticker sheets from. This one is travel themed and the other one is baking themed. Fart in a Hat that I've discovered this year. I bought from them these beautiful prints. They're so cute and cozy, and they go very well on my wall on this winter season. And then my last one is Janine Chaton, who is a rug artist that I've discovered very recently at the last Christmas market I went to, basically. Now let's get into the artists that I already knew. We'll start with Cappuccino. Every time I go to an event they're selling at, I have to buy something. I love their style so much. So I got the Halloween one this year and then also the Bananeko one. But from 2 years ago, I have also this washi tape and then this sticker sheet that is spring theme, I think. Then we have Sugar Bones with this sticker sheet. I love how shiny and pretty this one is. They also included this free sticker with my purchase, which is so sweet. So with that, we have gone through all the artists that I wanted to highlight. There's so many I could have named, but I do hope that you got to discover new ones. And if you want to go follow them, I'll have the links in the description, of course. Well, that's about it, I think. It was fun to look at all the things that have brought me joy this year. If you want to share your favorites, feel free to leave them in the comments. I just want to say real quick that this is not me trying to flex or anything. I do want to encourage you guys, especially during the holidays, to always purchase responsibly. This is simply for entertainment and all those things I've bought myself. So with that being said, Stinkies, I wish you all a wonderful rest of your holiday season. Whether you celebrate or not, stay safe, and I'll see you later. Bye!